Well, guys, we had a little mishap, but it'll be all right. I usually park the truck right there behind the side-by-side, but I wanted to get the side-by-side out and run it down the road and get the tires cleaned off so I could put on the wheel spacers that are already on the side-by-side. And I forgot that the truck was back there, and I hit the rear tail light, broke it. I was a little pissed. But luckily the truck's getting old and I don't care what happens to it as long as it runs, so no big deal. Another bad thing is I recorded the whole process of putting on the wheel spacers. I had hitting the truck on video. I had it all. But I have a device that goes on the back of the GoPro 4 that I use for my Cenas, so when I talk when I talk in the Cenas, it'll record it. Well, I didn't know you're supposed to take that off if you're just using the GoPro, and it didn't record nothing. Don't know why. So it usually does. I don't know. Sucks. But anyway, guys, these wheel spacers I put on, I got 1.5 inches, and then I measured the front and the rear. This is on the XDX with factory rims, and now I am exactly 46 inches from the inside of the rim to inside of the rim on front and rear. So if you do go with the same size tires all the way around and using stock rims, you're going to need 1.5 inch spacers in the rear to make it all match up. A lot of guys worry about these wheel spacers getting loose. They say it's a weak point. I don't see how this could be weak in any way, shape, or form. I put some blue Loctite on the wheel spacer itself, put them on with an impact. I'm not worried about them whatsoever. For the guys that follow my blog for the Corvette, me and Sandy are going to the dealership tomorrow, and we are going to just look at a ZR1. We are taking the Z06 there for them to look at and see how much they'll give me. I'll determine on how much they give me if we get the ZR1 or not. I don't make a ton of money, like I say all the time to you guys. The only reason I want a ZR1, can I afford it? Barely. The reason I really want it is I plan on keeping this Corvette until my truck takes a dump. Once my truck takes a dump, I'm not going to be able to afford a Corvette because I'm going to have to buy a brand new $60,000, $70,000 Duramax or diesel pickup. So, and what I'm worried about is with the C8 coming out and everything, that the ZR1 is going to drop value like crazy. And I know the ZR1 will not. There's still C6s out there going for $60,000, $70,000. It's ridiculous, honestly. And that's probably what I'll get selling this outright. Don't know what I'm going to get for trade-in. We'll see tomorrow. I'll probably bring the GoPro with me since it is such a big thing that's going to go on, because I know some of you guys follow me because of the Corvette. We're gonna talk about it and see. The Corvette, or the ZR1, is brand new. Well, it's a 2019, but it has 11,000 miles. It was an executive from GM that had the car. He didn't own it. He just drove it. It was one of those things, hey, you're an executive, here's your car. So he drove the crap out of it. There are some rock chips in the front of it that I can see. Just it's gray, so I don't have any in the front end of this car, but again, it's white and they're really hard to see, but I can look real close and there's no rock chips in this one. But and then it almost has the same amount of miles as my Z06. That's a 2016. Again, the reason I'm looking at one, I want the last best Corvette that will ever be made with a front engine. Again, I want a manual also, because the C8 will no longer carry a manual. It will be an automatic dual clutch, which is understandable. So I want the last front engine manual car that Corvette will ever make. And that's the main reason. The second reason is they do hold their value. So if I go to trade it in 4 or 5 years when the truck takes a shit, for one, it'll almost be paid off, so I might end up keeping it. and for 2, I'll actually have something to resell and something that has value. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys informed. Again, on the wheel spacers, great product. As you can see down this, the tires are lined up now. There was a 3.5-inch difference when I put those tires on, so that did the job. We'll see how it corners setting it up like that. Honestly, I think I drove it a lot when the rear end was narrower, and it kind of cornered like shit. It pushed real hard, so we'll see if that helps it out. I'll let you guys know that also. So sorry about the video, guys. Boy, you would have laughed your ass off if you would have seen me hit my truck. So, but I had no audio. I could do a voiceover, but it's kind of stupid. You don't get to hear the crunch or nothing. So there it is. I'll post this on YouTube, and you guys can laugh at me for what I did or whatever. So again, thank you for subscribing. I know it's a short video, but I just wanted to keep you up to date on what's going on with the Corvette and the wheel spacers. If you guys have any questions about the wheel spacers, I bought them off Amazon for $85. So, and the company that was selling them on Amazon was Super ATV. So everybody knows their website that has an ATV or side-by-side. So there it is. Thanks, guys.